Good day, everybody. This is Yin Yang, California. I am here talking about the rules for marriage today by Fein and Sherrie Schneider. These are time-tested secrets for making your marriage work. And I wanted to give you a view of what I had gone through as far as dating is concerned. I wanted to talk about dating, right? So when I was about 20, I had a boyfriend who was 26, and he was 6 years older than I was. And truly, it wasn't a match made in heaven, but I didn't know that at the time. And this guy would turn quiet sometimes. And really, verbal abuse includes withholding. This guy would withhold. At the same time, I was doing the opposite of, gosh, say something, both fists and hands on the table, say something, tell me something. And he would just stay silent, giving me the silent treatment, whether I deserved it or not. So I look back and I say, well, that there is not the same thing as a good relationship where you're married and he just doesn't want to talk too much. So please distinguish that. I don't want to mix that up with what this book said. In rule number 21, it says, don't force him to talk. I'm going to get a bookmark here. I need to read you this chapter or part of it. It's not that long. It's about, it's actually less than 2 pages. It's no secret that women like to get their needs met and work through issues by talking things out, while men are just as happy not talking. Most men are perfectly fine just hanging out and enjoying the quiet of their marriage and assume everything is going well. So, if you like to talk and your husband doesn't, then we suggest you don't force the issue. Conversations are never as good when you coerce your husband to talk. In fact, a rather famous married couple once joked that the secret to their long, happy marriage was that they'd never had a deep conversation. We are by no means suggesting that you hold back from having meaningful discussions. Fein and Sherrie Schneider are just absolute geniuses here, or that you should suppress your vivacious personality, just that there are times when talking will do more harm than good. Incidentally, by not talking, we don't mean the silent treatment or silent scorn, but a peaceful, pleasant silence, one that you can both enjoy, one that you both can enjoy. That's the difference. There's a difference. There's a difference. See, they mentioned it here. Oopsie. Definitely do not try to talk to him when he's on the computer watching his favorite TV show or sporting event or during sex, especially during sex. Towels, floor showers. Sometimes women try to talk about the details of their day while they're being intimate with their husbands. A million little thoughts whirl through their heads and they want to blurt out, don't forget about the parent teacher conference tomorrow, or the lamp in the den exploded today. Married life can become very busy and complicated, and sometimes you just don't get a lot of time together. And there are things you really must tell him, but figuring out when and how is crucial. Exercising self restraint is everything. Believe it or not, we know one married woman who picked up the phone while having sex because her girlfriend was having a crisis. Her husband certainly didn't appreciate that. Let her leave 5 messages on the answering machine and call her back a little later. God. Don't be surprised if you have trouble following this rule. Most women equate physical bonding with verbal bonding, while men equate physical bonding with physical bonding. For them, less talk or even no talk means intimacy. So try to lose yourself in the moment. Or if you can't, then pretend you're an actress and your part is not to talk. A woman we know told us that just about every time she is quiet, her husband says, I love you. Coincidence? We don't think so. Not talking will make you mysterious and interesting, which is always attractive to men. Try it and see what happens. Another time not to talk is when you're fighting and he doesn't want to continue the argument, or you've hurt his feelings. Forcing a man to resolve issues on your timetable will only backfire. Your best bet is to leave him alone to sulk or think until he is ready to forgive and approaches you. Remember, silence can be golden. We're talking about peaceful silence that you can both enjoy. That kind of silence. There's a difference between that and the other kind. The other kind being very not good, you know, you know. Okay, so I will talk to you again later. Um, you probably don't see the red button up there, so this is going to be a replay. And I always name the eighth president of the United States Old Kinderhook. His nickname came from where he was from, Kinderhook, New York. And he always wanted to see things to their good conclusion and completion. So that's why we get the words okay, okay, Old Kinderhook.